A habeas petition is a lawsuit that is filed in U.S. District Court seeking to require the government to release someone who is unlawfully detained. In our cases, we are seeking to get non-citizens who have been detained and arrested by ICE out of ICE detention. The habeas petition process, for us, we realize the urgency behind getting somebody released from ICE custody. So we typically turn around our habeas petitions along with filing a motion for preliminary injunction and TRO done within about 2 business days of being retained to do so. Once we file all of those documents, the courts will issue what's called a show cause order. And that show cause order varies in terms of the time that it gives the government to respond to our habeas petition and our TRO. Once the judge issues that show cause order, the government files their response brief by the deadline given by the court. We have seen deadlines as quick as 5 days set by the court, and we have seen them as long as 21 days, even 30 days in places like the Northern District of Texas. Once the government files their response, we typically have the opportunity to file a reply if necessary. In cases where we do believe a reply is going to be necessary, we try to get those filed as quickly as possible. Once that reply is filed, now it is moved to the court, and we are just awaiting the decision on those pending TRO and habeas petitions. A habeas petition can be filed when an individual who is detained by ICE is being detained for some reason unlawfully. That's the topic of another video, but basically it's either you're being detained in violation of the Immigration and Nationality Act or the U.S. Constitution, or a combination of the two. It's important to recognize the habeas petitions are only challenging the unlawful detention of the non-citizen. It's not challenging any removal orders or anything that's actually taking place within the immigration court or those removal proceedings. Rather, it is very limited to trying to get the non-citizen out of ICE custody based on their unlawful detention.
Okay, does everyone automatically get released once the habeas petition gets granted?
Not necessarily. A lot of the judges that are granting these habeas petitions are taking different approaches as to the relief that should be granted as a result of them finding the detention unlawful. Some of the judges are ordering immediate release, often within 24 to 48 hours, with no bond hearing option. Other district court judges have been ordering ICE to hold a prompt bond hearing for the non-citizen, and at that bond hearing, the government is the one that bears the burden of demonstrating by clear and convincing evidence that they are either a flight risk or a danger. And then finally, there have been some courts that have just been ordering a prompt bond hearing or release within 7 days. No, if the federal judge orders a prompt bond hearing rather than immediate release, that bond hearing is going to take place before an immigration judge, and it will be completely separate from the habeas work that we do. So that will be decided on by the immigration judge and handled by